Hey, what's up guys and gals? My name is Ricknineg. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to be looking at a Three Stooges episode called Three Dumb Clucks. It is the 22nd film out of the 190 short films that the Stooges made. If you are new to the channel, welcome. But don't forget that I have 21 other videos highlighting each of the 21 Stooge shorts that come from before this episode. So go ahead and enjoy those. There's a lot of laughs, bloopers, and interesting information that you're not going to want to miss. Filming for Three Dumb Clucks commenced between February 1st and finished on the 5th, 1937. It is a send-up of the feature film Three Smart Girls. It premiered on April 17th, 1937. This is the third of 16 Stooge shorts using the word 3 in the title. However, Three Dumb Clucks is the only one to use the number 3. It was reworked in 1953 Up in Daisy's penthouse using minimal stock footage from the original, of course starring Shemp instead of Curly Howard. The Stooges' father's plan to marry prompts them to break out of jail to save him from himself, and it turns out, from his intended dangerous posse. The opening scene shows the Stooges in their jail cell doing their ordinary everyday chores. However, they receive a letter from their mother and they get the big news. The Stooges decide they have to save their father from the gold digger, so they break out of jail. Now pay attention at this blooper. You see Moe and Larry pick up Curly. That is Curly, however, they cut and then we have a stuntman. Notice the hair on his head as they're about to push him through the wall.
Will you use your head? Come on. 1, 2, 3.
Notice that right after the Stooges get out of jail, they go to their father's mansion. However, they're at the gate and they can't get in. So Curly pulls out a hammer and Moe gets a chisel. Notice how Moe slightly nudges the right-hand gate and how it barely opens. Then after it is hit, it completely opens. But of course, this is a blooper.
If I only had a hammer. Hammer? Oh, God.
Take a look at it again in slow motion.
Good one. Oh, 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 oh!
This is the first short in which we see one Stooge playing two different characters. Of course, Curly Howard playing himself, Curly, as well as his father. So of course it is going to be obvious that they're going to be using a stand-in for when you can't see Curly's face, so that both characters could be in the scene at the same time.
What's the meaning of this? What are you doing here? Ma sent us here to keep you from marrying that blonde. Now there's 3 nice, smart boys.
In order to prevent their father from getting married, Curly stands in place for his father. However, unbeknownst to them, his father shaves his mutton chops, so they can't tell the difference between them.
Hey, it sounds like it's done.
Let me see it. Yeah. What's the matter with you?
You're gonna marry her right now.
I'll marry you when I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Till death do you part.
Oh, he's faded.
Come on, kid. Please say something. Something?
During this scene, where Curly's father arrives for the wedding, 2 of the gold digger's henchmen dispose of him by throwing him down an elevator shaft. The prop men had padded the bottom of the shaft to cushion Curly's fall, but neglected to cover a protruding 2-inch by 4-inch panel. Curly was thrown down the shaft quickly and landed head first onto the paneling, tearing his scalp open. As the Stooges were workaholics at Columbia Pictures, Curly was not taken to a hospital. Instead, the studio physician was rushed to the set to apply stitches on his scalp. Some fresh hair was glued over the wound, and with a healthy dose of painkillers, the slightly wobbly Curly was back in action within a few hours. Although we don't see the impact from the injury, we do see when he was pushed down. Here it is.
You said it.
This is a pretty funny hat scene that I'm going to show you some great moments from. However, this was a few scenes in the story before the elevator shaft moment. But as you know, a lot of TV shows and movies film the scenes out of order and later put them in order during editing. So in this hat scene is where you can see Curly and an unusual amount of hair in an area. That's where he's had his injury and his stitches. So I'll point him out for you in the mirror.
Back.
The Stooges are chased out of the apartment and onto a flagpole. This footage was later reused, as I mentioned before, in the short Up in Daisy's Penthouse. Notice the three stands-in for the Stooges here, as well as the backdrop that has some wrinkles up on the top. Pretty funny.
Landings. Whoa! What's the matter with you?
Hey, look! It's Pa!
Come on, take him home to Mom. Come on.
Well, thank you so much, guys and gals. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Like I said, take a look at my other Stooge shorts and see if you enjoy those. Always stay positive, as I say. Push through any problems and difficulties that you may have, whether big or small. The important thing is to keep on getting up and keep walking forward. Alright, guys and gals, we'll see you next time, and don't forget, be hopeful. On the left, I have a video that I think you're going to absolutely enjoy. And on the right, take a look at my Three Stooges playlist. All of Season 1 shorts are all there, as well as a little bit more content. More Three Stooge shorts will come in the near future. Bye-bye!